Hey, David Wygant here with the 10-minute daily reality check. We are keeping this in 10 minutes and less every single day. You give me 10 minutes, I will give you today's reality. I read something really interesting the other day online. I love that. We used to pick up newspapers. TJ, remember that? Newspapers, the feel of a newspaper, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The smell of a newspaper. The folding of the newspaper. Sitting across.
Do they still sell newspapers?
Oh, yeah, they do. They're like $2.50 now. It's fucking insane for a daily newspaper. I remember sitting like in New York City in the 80s. Yes, I am an 80s person, okay? I'm old. So what? Don't make fun of it. Just enjoy it. Anyway, I remember sitting across from somebody on a Sunday, right, in a little cafe having brunch, bagels and lox. That was the big New York City thing to do in the 80s, 90s, and today. Sounds like a mixed radio station. The best of the 80s, 90s, and today, right? So I remember sitting there and reading the New York Times. I love the New York Times. It was like a buck on a Sunday. I'd get the sports section first, then I'd go to arts and leisure, then I'd pretend to read the business section like I really gave a fuck about the business section. But, you know, it looked good to get me laid during those times. Yeah, I'm reading about the stock market right now in Reaganomics. Yeah, I was young back then, okay? I was trying to impress women. So what? Shoot me. Half of you fucking probably try to impress women right now. What do? You bring your iPad out and you scroll across. All right, I'm not going to make fun of all you new people, okay? You millennials. I'm not going to make fun of you. I love you. You're all really, really smart, and you're all really wise, and you grew up in a much different time than I did. But anyway, newspapers, my friend, they were awesome. Newspapers were fun. But we're not here to talk about newspapers today. We're not here to reminisce about the 80s, 90s, and today. Mix, davidwygant.com. You know, the best of the 80s, 90s, and today, you know. We're here to actually talk about something that I think is out of fucking control in today's world. Remember, one topic, one day. This topic is your favorite little thing that you do. It's called playing with your little friends. For women, okay, you have two little friends. Women, you have Miss Clitoris and Miss G-Spots. Oh, Miss G-Spot. For those women who have not had a G-Spot orgasm, let me tell you something. I have never had one myself. I've given many women them, and I got to tell you, I am really fucking vagina envy, you know, because the idea, if I was given a vagina for the day, you wouldn't hear from me for 24 hours, okay? I'd be playing with it all day long, okay? I'd be sticking toys and fun and fingers, and hell, I'd have like, you know, anything done. I'd want to know exactly how you come. I want to know exactly what it feels like to have multiple orgasms, because let me tell you something. We have one and we're kind of done. And that's the one thing, you know, women, you know, you just can keep going and going. You're like the ever-ready bunny of sex. And we, as a man, we just kind of, at the end, we get kissed and, you know, we're done and we roll over and then the woman crawls all over us and we're just like, oh, you gotta give me a fucking break. Please, where's my newspaper? Right?
Yeah.
So, sex is an amazing thing. Masturbation is kind of a cool thing, too. Like, if you don't have a vagina, wouldn't you play with the vagina if someone gave you a vagina?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, all day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I might even call some friends. Like, you're not going to believe what I got.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have anybody, you know, I definitely would not, like, you know, I definitely wouldn't have a dude go down on me, you know, at all, because, you know, I'm still attracted to, you know, women.
Absolutely.
So I wouldn't go homo or lesbo that day, or it would actually be going homo, because it was actually, if the vagina was attached to where my penis used to be, that would mean a dude would have to go down on it. So really, I think I would go lesbo for the day and really just check out what it is. And then I would get all my, you know, three-way, you know, fantasies that I don't really have much of more anymore. I'd get them out of the way. But you see, I would masturbate with this vagina that I was given for a reason, okay? And the only reason is because I want to learn how to make it come even more. I want to learn how to guide my lover even more. I want to learn exactly how to make it feel the best. But the problem is, in today's society, is that we have become the masturbation capital of the world. It's so easy nowadays to basically ignore relationships because no longer are people talking to each other, they're swiping for love. So we're basically doing everything passively, as you know from the last episode, how I feel about the iPhone, the magic wand, and how we're living our lives on Facebook and everything else. we have basically become this masturbation capital. We can order sex toys that don't even come in brown envelopes anymore. Amazon sells dildos. Do you know that?
I was not aware of that.
Amazon sells sex toys right now, all different kinds. The best sex toys in the world, including the fleshlight for men. We get to masturbate inside a flashlight. You get something that vibrates at 7 million miles an hour. Talk about how unfair that is. You have multiple orgasms. We come once. Your orgasms are mostly internal. We have to clean it up off the ceiling. Well, that's when we were younger. Right now, as we get older, it's more like a broken water fountain in grammar school. You know, it just kind of comes up over the cap, and that's about it. Occasionally, sometimes it goes flying up high, and you think to yourself, yes, those prostate pills are working. Thank you, Saul Palmetto. But anyway, I think we've really become way too into our masturbation, because if I look around now, people really look like they're fucked out, but most people aren't even fucked out. I look at women, they look exhausted half the time. They're not turning on their sexuality out there because they go home and they play with Doc Johnson's magical clitoris and G-spot stimulator. Men, they're jerking off to porn because porn is readily available 24/7. It's literally on demand. It's like porn on demand. There's YouPorn and there's Pornhub and there's some of the other things. So what is it doing to our sexuality, our sensuality, and what is it doing to really our primal instincts and how we breed as people? Because I don't know about you, but I feel like people are literally walking around like fucking zombies. How many dates have you been on where there's no sexual energy from a woman? And women, we're good-looking guys, okay? We're good guys. We're catches, okay? Our sexual energy, your sexual energy should be turned on because ours is, but you're too afraid of it. What's going on, TJ? You got like 4 minutes and 13 seconds to fucking contribute. God damn it, about the masturbation capital.
Well, we're dulling ourselves down, right? Like, so, you know, if I've just had a nice meal, I'm satiated for, you know, maybe even the day. So I have no more hunger. My belly is full. And I think it's fair to say that the same is true for masturbation. If you're going to masturbate, the drive that you have to chase that woman that you find attractive, if you're still interested, because it kills your motivation as well, right? It's gone. And that's even going to further you in your iPhone that you were talking about before, your magic wand. So, instant gratification, right? We get the microwave meal in less than 5 minutes, so that's what we want the rest of our lives to be too. You can't, if you want the girl of your dreams, if you want to go on those dates that you dream of, stop playing with yourself and just save that energy. Let that sexual energy build, because when it does, you're not going to have that anxiety that everybody talks about. Oh my God, approach anxiety. You're going to have approach motivation, because you're going to be wanting to take this sexual energy and put it where it belongs, which is, you know, with a woman. So, you know, if you got to stop.
Women are zapping their energy too. I know women are chronic masturbators. Don't deny it, ladies, okay? I've dated you. You masturbate more than we do, okay? You know, we, normal men, are maybe a once a week clean the pipes type of thing. That's what I am. And I tell you the truth, I forget sometimes until all of a sudden my pee stream is not working as well as it should be. And I'm there basically feeling like I'm Harvey Keitel in that movie that he did when they talked about their pee stream. It was this fucking bizarre movie. How many times did you pee today? I tried 4 times, right? So I literally feel like when I don't masturbate, I get a little clogged up down there. So I do it a little pipe cleaning. I don't watch porn because I don't believe in porn. I don't think porn... Well, yeah, as I've said before in other podcasts, porn is basically made by this creepy guy who lives in Van Nuys, okay? It's a man fantasy. But women, you know, you've got magical fucking toys, you know, down there. You've got toys that simulate every little thing. And women are big into masturbating because women are big into fantasy. And the fact of the matter is, I think most of the men nowadays are not igniting a woman's fantasy. So women have to literally self-soothe their vagina and their sexual energy by taking care of themselves, because men don't approach like they used to approach. So there's no romantic serendipitous moments being created, which I think is what's really missing in today's society, is those romantic serendipitous moments that keep us really on edge sexually. So the fact is, women are numbing themselves too, because men are staring at their phones, as I talked about in the last podcast. Women are staring at their phones, and people are no longer turning on their sexual energy. They're afraid of their sexual energy. So we've become the masturbation capital of the world, not just America, London, you know, I mean, big cities, London, Germany, you know, countries, Germany. It's all over the world. It's a fucking epidemic right now. And what we need to do is literally channel back our fucking chi. Don't masturbate. You know, I remember something about Mary, right? There was a great scene in that movie, Something About Mary.
Yes.
How, you know, you got to masturbate before a date. You know, that was back in the days when porn wasn't readily available and people weren't chronic masturbators 24/7. You did masturbate before a date, but I know guys that jerk off 3 to 4 times a day to porn. I know women that masturbate 3 or 4 times a day. They masturbate when they wake up. They snap one off during lunchtime. They work at home. They masturbate in the afternoon. I've dated these women. I've talked to them. So you need to turn back on your sexual energy. So here's the deal. Who's with us right now? Okay, TJ, you with us? You're in?
Absolutely.
Okay. 30 days and 30 nights, no porn, no masturbation, nothing. Shut down the sex toys, take the Hitachi magic wand, and use it as a back massager. That's exactly what it was from. You think the uptight Asian people that fucking created it, Hitachi? I worked for Hitachi. They were extremely uptight, extremely anal, and they would die if they fucking found out that this Hitachi magic wand is no longer a back massager and it's just the greatest clitoral stimulator ever invented. Stimulate your mind, stimulate yourself, get back your sex drive. 30 days and 30 nights on this podcast, okay? I want to know every single one of you that is in on the 30 days, no masturbation, no playing with yourself, no plugging in the Hitachi magic wand. Who is in? I'm in. You in?
I'm in, for sure.
All right, perfect, okay? So email me, david@davidwygant.com. Tell me you're in. That's all you need to say. I am in. And we will check back throughout the next month on the daily reality check. We might call it the daily no masturbation reality check because you give us 10 minutes, we'll give you no masturbation. None. 0. See you tomorrow. TJ, say bye.
See you guys.
All right, there you go.